What's up guys? My name is Zach and today I am driving a 1991 Honda Civic Si. Up front is a 1.6 liter inline 4 and down below is a 5-speed manual transmission. Now I am super excited to be driving this here Civic Si for a bunch of reasons, but mainly the fact that this is an EF generation of Si, something I have not reviewed before. So it's always fun to show you guys something new and of course drive something new as well. But before we get on to anything else, I have a website, zackpradel.com, where you can buy stickers like this retro sticker pack or big friggin' bottle sticker, both with free shipping. You could also submit your own vehicle to be reviewed by me through a quick and easy submission form. And you could read my behind the scenes blog to see what I'm filming before it comes out on the channel. But now that the speed bumps are over, let's talk about that 1.6 liter inline 4. It's known as the D16 and it makes 108 horsepower. Now it's actually called the D16 because D looks like a single overhead cam while B looks like dual overhead cams. So this is a single overhead cam engine and well, it's not making all of the power in the world, we'll say. 108 horsepower isn't anything crazy. However, this is a little light car, so it doesn't need that much power. Like I said, paired to a 5-speed manual transmission. Now the regular EF Civic also got a 5-speed manual, and I've reviewed that before, but this actually has a closer ratio, so it feels sportier. It gives it better acceleration, not only with that updated D16, but it also is helped out by the gearing. Last but not least, of course, the Civic is front-wheel drive. With that out of the way, let's talk about the interior. Well, in front of me, I have a bunch of gauges. On the left is a tachometer, which is something special that the Si got. It actually got a tachometer, while a lot of other EFs didn't. Then I do have coolant temperature and fuel in the center, and off to the right, I have my speedometer, of course, highlighting 55 miles an hour, because this still comes from that era. The steering wheel is not stock, however, it was an aftermarket option back in the day. I love the look and feel of the steering wheel, very, very period correct. Off to the left, I do have my vent switches and my power sunroof options, which was really, really nice for the Si to have a power sunroof. It was rare to find that in other cars of this era, let alone a little hatchback. Then moving on to the door, we have something special. So the Canadian market Civic Si's actually came with power windows, and that's the unit you're seeing here. It actually wasn't available here in the United States, but the owner, Jonathan, has actually swapped that on, which is a really, really cool OEM plus sort of thing for us Yankees down here in America. So thank you, some Canadian that parted ways with their door card to allow this to happen. Moving into the center, I do have 2 climate control vents and a clock. And then I have the climate controls, very, very basic. Fan speed, where to send it, and temperature. However, I am incredibly thankful for the fact that the AC is still an R12 system and blowing ice cold today, as it's about 90 degrees here in Southern California. Thank you, Civic Si, and thank you, R12, for not making my day a living hell. Then I do have the factory Honda radio. Love that, looks really sweet. And this even has the factory optioned equalizer down below. Yes, this was an option on the original Civic EF. Jonathan has sought one out through the eBays, and I think it looks so cool to see the OEM equalizers. Then I do get a cigarette lighter and ashtray. Again, love this attention to detail, the little no smoking. Not stock, but super cool to see. And then we have the shifter. The shifter's nice and tall, does have an aftermarket shift knob, but it is the stock transmission and the stock shifter feel, which, as we've come to know and love from Honda, is fantastic. They knew how to make shifters from so far day one, and I absolutely love that about their products. I'm a big Honda shifter fan, and this is just another notch in their belt of a fantastic transmission. And as expected, the EF Civic Si does not have any cup holders, so it fails the big friggin' bottle test. Then I do have the handbrake, and then I have these big warning signs for the seatbelt, the emergency releases for the seatbelt. So, this is still the era of automatic seatbelts. However, this car didn't come with automatic seatbelts. Honda, for some reason on this model car, attached the seatbelts to the door. This is something that also General Motors did of the same era. And the idea here is that you would keep the seatbelt connected at all times and just slide your body underneath the belt anytime you got in the car. This caused two issues. First of all, you were asking Americans to not be lazy. That's your first mistake. Second of all, when the people actually did do it, the belts were buckled all the time. They were under tension all the time, and so a lot of EF Civics suffer from saggy belts. So it's just a funny period piece from the 90s, something you don't really see anymore. But now we gotta talk about the seats. The seats are fantastic. They are comfortable, surprisingly enough for a little economy car like this, but the SI seats, really, really sweet. And I'm a big guy and I fit in them. I can't really say that about the new Civic Type R, so I guess it's got something going for it. But speaking of seats, let's hop in the back and do a back seat review. All right, so we're in the back of the Civic Si EF, and honestly, there's a lot more space back here than what you would actually think. Is it a spacious car? No. But the seats back here are decently comfortable on their own, and if the driver moves up a little bit, or the passenger is moved up, there's a lot more space over there. You can fit 4 people in here. Would I recommend it? No, but you can definitely do that. Let's hop around back and take a quick look at the trunk and cargo space, and then we'll talk about the looks. All right, so we're on the back of the EF. So you have to pop it from in here, and then you can pull up. This is a super cool, super rare cargo cover. Love that. And actually, this is the floor mat from a newer Civic. The owner actually cut it down and it works. Not a whole ton of trunk space back here. However, it is a trunk in an EF, and there's actually, you know what? There's a fair amount, I will say. But still, a very small car. Just keep that in mind. Now we got to talk about the looks. And I mean, come on. This is finished in Tahiti green, which looks blue in some light, looks aqua. I love it. Tahiti green might be one of my favorite colors of the 90s, especially from Honda, and overall, it's just a fantastic look. I also like the boxy chubbiness of the EF. I think it's cute, and I kind of want to pinch its cheeks. But now let's get on to my final thoughts. What do I think finally driving an EF Civic Si? Well, it's good fun. It's really good fun. Is it fast? No. But if you buy one of these expecting it to be fast, you're kind of missing the point, if I'm honest. It's fun to rev out. Like I said in this Del Sol Si review that I'll leave at the end of this one, it's fun to take its lunch money. It's fun to beat it up behind the high school. I love stepping into these older 4-cylinder Hondas and just kicking the crap out of them because I know that they can take it. I know that they're set up for it, and honestly, it seems like they're happiest when I do so. I think Honda was ran by masochists at the time because it's fun to torture a Honda. And you know what? In my 840 some reviews that I've done on this planet Earth, on this platform of YouTube, I haven't met a Honda yet that can't take the punishment. I haven't met one that says, no, not today. Every single Honda that I drive says, yes, would you like a little more? And it's not British. I don't know why I did British. Forget that I did the accent. You go to kick the snot out of it and says, yes, let's do it again. It almost starts to worry me. I'm like, I don't know if I want to do it again. And I'm happy to report that the EF Si is the same way. The mid-2000s Si is the same way. The EK Si was the same way. The brand new Civic Type R is the same way. Honda nailed the Civic Si 30 years ago. And I'm so happy to see that they just keep making it better and better and better. I hope you guys enjoyed the video. Huge thank you to Jonathan for letting me take out his beautiful little Si. This thing is so cool, so fabulous. I love the color of it. I love the driving experience of it. I love everything about it. I'm really, really impressed. Jonathan's Instagram will be down in the description below if you want to toss him a follow. He also has an EG Civic. So if you're into Civic stuff, I'd highly recommend. But I hope you guys enjoyed the video. Don't forget to rate the video, comment on the video, and subscribe if you really liked it. Take care, guys.